Want to convince investors to fund your business? The secret lies in something called a pitch deck, a short, visual story about your business idea. In this video, I'll show you how to create a killer business presentation that gets investors excited and keeps them hooked. Whether you're just starting out or ready to scale, these steps will help you craft a pitch that stands out. Now, before we dive in, let's break it down. A pitch deck is just a fancy term for a business presentation, a slideshow that explains your business idea in a clear and exciting way. Think of it like telling a story with pictures, charts, and a plan to solve a big problem. If you're trying to get someone to invest in your business, your pitch deck or business presentation is the tool you use to show them the problem you're solving, how your business solves that problem, why they should care. It's like telling a friend why your business is awesome, but with visuals and a clear message. For example, imagine you're pitching an app that helps people save money on groceries. Instead of just saying, "We help people save money," you'd show them, the average person wastes $50 a month on unnecessary grocery purchases. Your app scans receipts and suggests smarter shopping habits. Early users have already saved 20% on their monthly bills. This approach makes your idea tangible and relatable. Here's why a business presentation matters. If you're trying to get funding for your business, this is often the first thing investors will look at. It's like a resume for your business, or even better, a movie trailer. It's not the whole story, but it shows the most exciting parts, the ones that make people want to invest. In fact, did you know that investors spend an average of just 3 minutes reviewing a business presentation? That means every slide counts, and you need to make sure your message is clear, concise, and compelling. But here's the good news. A well-crafted pitch deck doesn't just attract investors. It also helps you clarify your own vision. By organizing your thoughts into slides, you'll gain a deeper understanding of your business and be better prepared to answer tough questions. Now, let's dive into the steps to create a killer business presentation. Step 1. Start with a strong problem statement. This is where you explain the big issue people are facing, the pain point your business addresses. For example, if you're building an app for remote workers, you might say, "Remote teams struggle to stay organized without wasting time on endless emails." Be specific and relatable, so investors immediately understand why this problem matters. Here's a pro tip. Use data to back up your claims. For instance, you could say, according to a recent survey, 60% of remote workers feel overwhelmed by communication tools. This adds credibility and shows you've done your homework. Step 2. Present your solution. Once you've defined the problem, it's time to present your solution. This is where you show how your product or service fixes the problem. Using the same example, you could say, "Our app lets remote teams collaborate in real time with shared task lists and instant messaging." Make sure your solution is easy to understand. Use visuals or examples to make it crystal clear. Here's another pro tip. Focus on the benefits, not just the features. Instead of saying, "Our app has a shared calendar," say, "Our app ensures everyone stays on the same page, reducing missed deadlines by 30%. And don't forget to highlight what makes your solution unique. Are you faster, cheaper, or easier to use than competitors? This is your chance to stand out. For instance, if you're pitching a SaaS platform, you might emphasize, "Unlike other tools, our app integrates directly with your existing workflow, saving you hours of setup time." Or if you're launching a physical product, you could say, "Our design is not only eco-friendly, but also 20% more durable than competitors." The key is to make your solution memorable and compelling. Investors should walk away thinking, "This is the best way to solve this problem." Step 3. Showcase the market opportunity. Next, highlight the market opportunity. This is where you show investors how many people need your solution and how big the potential is. For instance, you might say, "There are over 10 million remote workers in the EU alone, and that number is growing by 20% every year." Tools like Google Trends or Statista can help you find data to back up your claims. But don't stop there. Break it down further. How much are people willing to pay for a solution like yours? What's the total addressable market, or TAM? For example, if just 1% of remote workers subscribe to our app at $10 a month, we're looking at $12 million in annual revenue. These numbers paint a picture of scalability and profitability. Pro tip: use visuals to make your market opportunity stand out. A simple bar chart showing growth trends or a pie chart highlighting your target audience can make your case even stronger. Investors love big markets because they signal growth potential. If your market is niche, focus on its profitability or underserved nature. For example, while the luxury skincare market is smaller, it's highly profitable, with customers willing to spend $200 plus per product. Remember, the goal here is to convince investors that your business isn't just solving a problem. It's solving a problem in a large, lucrative market. Step 4. Highlight your business model. After showcasing the market, explain how your business will make money. This is called your business model. For example, if you're launching a SaaS platform, you might say, "We charge $10 a month per user for access to our app." Be clear about your pricing and revenue streams, so investors understand how you'll turn their funding into profits. Here's a bonus tip: show multiple revenue streams if possible. For instance, subscription fees for premium features, one-time payments for consulting or setup services, affiliate partnerships with related businesses. Diversifying your income sources reduces risk and increases appeal to investors. If your business model is unique, take the time to explain it in simple terms. For example, unlike traditional models, we use a freemium approach. Users can access basic features for free, but they pay for advanced tools. Investors want to know that your business is built to generate sustainable revenue. Make sure your explanation is straightforward and leaves no room for confusion. Step 5. Include traction and milestones. Investors love to see proof that your idea works. That's why you should include traction and milestones, early wins that show you're making progress. Even small wins count. For example, you might say, "We've already signed up 50 beta testers who love our app. We've generated $1,000 in sales in the first month. We've partnered with 2 major companies to pilot our solution." These details build credibility and trust. Pro tip: use visuals to showcase your traction. A simple bar chart showing growth in users or revenue can be incredibly powerful. Remember, numbers tell a story. Make sure yours is compelling. If you're just starting out and don't have significant traction yet, focus on your milestones. For example, in the past 6 months, we've developed a working prototype and secured partnerships with key industry players. Highlighting traction and milestones shows investors that you're not just selling an idea, you're executing on it. It reassures them that their investment will go towards scaling something that's already gaining momentum. Step 6. Introduce your team. Investors don't just bet on ideas, they bet on people. That's why it's important to introduce your team and highlight their expertise. For example, you might say, "Our CEO has 10 years of experience in tech startups, and our CTO built apps used by millions of users." Prove that you have the right team to execute your vision. If your team is small, focus on passion and commitment. For instance, as a solo founder, I've bootstrapped this project for the past year, growing our user base by 50% each month. Investors want to see that you're capable of turning your vision into reality. Highlight any advisors or mentors who bring additional credibility to your business. For example, we're also supported by industry veterans, including a former VP of marketing at a Fortune 500 company. Remember, investors are looking for a team they can trust to deliver results. Make sure your team slide leaves no doubt about your ability to succeed. Step 7. End with a clear call to action. Finally, end your business presentation with a clear call to action. This is where you tell investors exactly what you need from them. Instead of saying something vague like, "We need money," be specific. For example, "We're raising $50,000 to scale our customer base and grow our team." Here's a pro tip. Frame your ask as an opportunity, not a request. Instead of saying, "We need funds to survive," say, "With $50,000, we can double our user base and generate $100,000 in revenue within 6 months. A clear ask makes it easier for investors to say yes. Use visuals to reinforce your message. Show a simple breakdown of how the funds will be used, such as 50% for product development, 30% for marketing, 20% for hiring key team members. This level of transparency builds trust and shows investors that you've thought through every detail. That's how you create a business presentation that investors can't resist. To recap, we covered starting with a strong problem statement, presenting your solution, showcasing the market opportunity, highlighting your business model, including traction and milestones, introducing your team, ending with a clear call to action. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more actionable business tips. Leave a comment below sharing your biggest challenge with presenting your idea. I'd love to hear about it.